With respect to judicial elections, I've estimated that in my campaigns, I spent about a quarter of my time on the campaign trail and not deciding the cases, the very important cases that come before the court. And I think that's my job, my role. I should be focused on that 99% of the time. So that's one big practical problem. The other is, I mentioned that the voters increasingly vote by party affiliation. So let me just give you an example of Harris County. In 2008, I was on the ballot that year. And Barack Obama, that was his first race for president. And there's a lot of tremendous excitement in Harris County, mostly on the Democratic side. And African American voters really turned out. And what happened in Harris County with, like I say, about 50 judges was all of the judges who were Republican and opposed by Democrat, they lost, swept out of office, and Democrats came in. And some of these new judges may have been good and smart, but again, the basis of the vote was not their qualifications. And so you have huge matters, complex commercial cases where all of a sudden that judge who's been presiding over that case for maybe a year or 2 years is gone, and you have to start from scratch. So there's an economic impact on that. But the other thing is in 2010, now Harris County became Republican. And so every Democrat judge that was on the ballot lost to the Republican opponent. And so you have these sweeps, party sweeps back and forth, which are not based on the judge's conduct in office, but based purely on politics. And that's a horrible way to do business. You wouldn't have a doctor, your brain surgeon, be elected this way. Why would you have a judge who's presiding over a life and death penalty case be swept out of office for no good reason?